You are watching Insight with Praveen Puram live from Atlanta. Today, our esteemed guest, Miss Suhasini Paul. She is a toy designer and she has lot of creativity in her area. I know, friends, we have seen lot of entrepreneurship in our past episodes, and this time I wanted to be very creative along with Suhasini ji, and I wanted to introduce her on the toy design. Let us also understand what is toy design, how the trends are in toy design, and how to impress kids. That is not so easy. So let us not wait, but we will hear from Suhasini Paul directly. Welcome. Good evening, Suhasini ji. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for your invite, and I'm looking forward to these few minutes of our talk. Thank you so much.
Sure, Suhasini ji. Let me introduce Suhasini. Uh, Suhasini Paul is an eminent toy designer. She has a postgraduate in National Institute of Design. It is called NID, with her specialization in toys and children products. She's also an electrical engineer and has done management program for women entrepreneurship and MPW 216 from IIM Bangalore. She is a brain behind the sassy board games for kids procured by Frank and several other popular Indian companies. She has designed a famous toy. I think all the kids will know, that is Kinder Joy. So if you see Kinder Joy, all the toys in the Kinder Joy, which kids love across the globe, that is designed by Suhasini Paul. It's a great moment to really learn from her. And she is the first toy design in the country. And she has also worked extensively on rubber wooden toys. And she has services. She as a toy designer, and her services as a toy designer are sought after by toy companies not only in India, China, Thailand, Italy, UK, USA, and Germany. She has been a young creative entrepreneur award finalist organized by British Council. She has also an award from our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2005. And she has been featured in NDTV, and she has also a show and a number of and more than all, she also does some workshops for kids to create toys in the virtual workshops. That is very interesting. And let's not wait more. And let's again hear directly from Suhasini Pal. Hi, Suhasini Pal ji. Thank you so much for your time today. And especially when you hear about Thai, right? It's a different topic. Everyone, when you talk about Thai, they always think about teddy bears. They always soft toys and everything. But there are already many electrical, mechanical, and also IoT designed soft toys too. So it is really wonderful to hear this particular designation, a toy designer. So tell us more about what is this toy design, and how did you come into this industry?
Definitely, first of all, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction and your kind words. I'm really humbled, and again, I would say I would be very happy to be here to interact with you all. And definitely, toy design itself is a very interesting profession. Whenever somebody hears that I'm a toy designer, the first question they ask me is, "Oh, then you design soft toys? Oh, you design teddy bears?" So my answer is no, I haven't designed teddy bear yet, but I design more than what it takes to be like. I've designed educational games, board games, educational puzzles, wooden toys, and a lot of playtime activities apart from IoT toys. And there are a lot of things which goes into a toy development. It's not only that okay, I'm thinking something and I'm making it. So toy design is basically a very niche profession in India, and at a very nascent stage in India. Globally there are many toy designers, but in India it's just like only one institute is offering this, and there are very few toy designers in India. So toy design is all about actually kids and how do you make their playtime wonderful. So it's our job to make them play, make their time wonderful, engage them in some activities, and make them learn something while playing. So that is how a toy designer's role is.
Designing a toy is not so easy. If I were to think about it, you need to learn a lot of psychology of the kids, isn't it, Suhasini?
Yes, absolutely. You are absolutely correct. Because while we design toys or any other products, it should be user centric. So when we design a toy or a children product for child or a kid, so we need to understand what is the that thing that children like, what is the age group that we are designing for. At that age group, what children would love to do most, and what should they learn, and what other things they should acquire at this stage in terms of skills, in terms of knowledge. So all those things we keep in mind while designing a particular toy. Not only safety parameter, not only ergonomic issues, but what a child would learn out of it. After all, parents are looking forward to the toys which makes their children learn something out of the toy while playing with it. So that is the major factor.
Absolutely, Suhasini, because in US, every kid starts with a toy, right? The learning
Yes.
happens with the toy. If
Yeah.
I were to think about my daughter, almost I would say 3 to 4 years, kids are surrounded with toys, right? And
Yes.
YouTube. These are the only two things I can think of how kids are really learning. So tell me about your story. Why did you come into toy design? There should be some story, right, which fascinated you and which made you to be a toy designer today.
Yes, you are correct. There is a story that I would love to share with you all today. So, the story is when I was a child, let's say about 10 years old or 9 years old, approximately. So, I used to design my own toys, and the first toy which I have designed is a carom board. So
Wow.
carom board is usually four-sided, and I have actually redesigned and revamped the carom board according to my needs at that time. We were six friends, and we wanted to play together, but carom board usually had four sides. So how to play? So I have designed a hexagonal carom board, which has six sides, and six could play together. And I used to define the rules as well, and my friends used to follow the rules. They also used to enjoy with me whatever I used to create, and we used to play together. So that was a beginning of how I designed toys when I didn't know that toys can be designed or there can be a profession which is called as toy designer. So it was just out of interest and out of curiosity, and out of passion. Maybe at that age, tender age, I used to design my own toys. And in this, I would like to mention my maternal grandmother, who has always encouraged me to do craft activities, to design or create something on my own. So she had a quite a big role in what I am today. So she used to encourage me to create maybe chalk sculptures, or maybe some embroidery or something. So that creative inclination was there since my childhood. And when I graduated, I got to know about NID, which is National Institute of Design, and they started the program called as Toy Design, and that is a post graduation program. So I was the second batch of it. So I have opted for the NIT entrance exam and got through it, and that's how I have enrolled myself into a toy design program. And then I have studied toy design for 2.5 years, a specialization in toy design, and the it is called as industrial design, though the branch. But yeah, so that's how I got into toy design, and then there is no looking back. I'm pursuing my hobby as a profession.
Very interesting. I didn't know that carom board has a hexagonal carom board. Very interesting. It's a thought itself is very interesting because I am a carom board
Yeah,
lover from my childhood.
thank you.
That's really interesting. So this NID, let's talk about NID. Whoever is looking through this interview, if they wanted to do a toy design, is it only in any certain locations of India or everywhere you can find this NID?
Uh, yes, right now, toy design program is at Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar. NID is in different location in India, but this
Mhm.
particular program is only in Gandhinagar, near Ahmedabad, 1 hour from Ahmedabad. So yeah, that is in post graduation.
What are the opportunities for the as a toy designer? in
There
today?
are a lot of opportunities as a toy designer, because you can work for other companies as a design consultant. You can
Mhm.
work as a game designer in e-games segment, online game segment as well. And you can have your own brand. You can work as a design teacher in school. You can conduct toy design workshops. So if one wants to do things around this toy design, there are many things which one can do, and I am doing maybe a little bit of everything which I wanted to always do. So I'm a design consultant. I work for companies across the globe, across 19 countries, and I had my own collection of toys which I sold online on Flipkart and Snapdeal. Then I take workshops, children workshops, to teach them toy design. I work as a visiting faculty in design schools to teach, students about design. And there are many aspects to it. I spread awareness about toy design on television and radio, and this podcast, and through webinars like this talk show. So there are many things a toy designer can do and keep herself or himself engaged, forever. So it is really very exciting and very interesting profession to be in.
Awesome. I think I'm very glad, all the viewers and all those who follow me on Insight with Praveen Puram, this will be a very good, a creative course which they can understand from you, because
Yeah.
today everyone are into, most of them into IT. So this will enlighten all the parents to know that creating a toy or a toy design is a very creative course where we can do. Thank you so much for bringing that. So when you talk about toy design, Suhasini, what would be the workflow looks
Yeah.
like from ideation to the production, right? What would be the
Yeah.
steps you can think of from your experience?
This is a very nice question, Praveenji. Definitely, there is a particular process which we learned in design school as a student, and after that, while practicing for last 16 years, some things in the process have been acquired as and
Mhm.
when required. And because when you work as a toy designer in the industry, you learn so much from the industry as well as from the academics also. The process is, first of all, it starts with children. We are working for children, so definitely our prime focus is children, and understanding children, doing little bit of research, what children like and what do they follow, and what kind of games they play, and what should they play actually, rather than only what they play, what should be given to them. So these are all, learning by observation from them. I generally spend a lot of time with kids, and I observe them, understand their psychology, not only asking by direct questions, but observing them in their playtime, and maybe in their school settings, how do they learn in schools, and how do teacher teach the basic concept of environment, nature, science, mathematics, any other subject in the school. So this is first part is called as research. And after doing research, then I come back to the drawing board and ideate that whatever toy, for example, I want to make a board game. So I would ideate, for example, I have seen teachers teaching a water cycle game in a school. So I would ideate that how a child should learn water cycle, such a difficult subject at that age, in a playful way. So there are 4 stages of water cycle. All those things, on paper I doodle a bit, and then it is the second stage is detailing of the product. So I have given an example of board game. This process can be followed in any other toy, maybe a wooden toy, maybe any plastic toy, or maybe a soft toy. So then second stage is detailing of the toy. So after detailing and 3D modeling, we do detailing in 3D. So after 3D modeling, we do a mock-up. So
Mhm.
mock-up is where you give that particular product to the child to hold, to check the ergonomics of the product, whether the scale which we have designed is a proper or not. So just to understand the first level of the toy checking, you can say.
Mhm.
So that is a static mock-up, we call it as. And then after giving it to them and getting the insights from them, if there is a requirement of changes, if changes are required, then we do changes. Otherwise that goes for engineering design. In terms of plastic toys, engineering design is required. So after doing engineering design, then we go for prototype.
Okay.
Prototype is a working model of that particular toy. So where you check the fitments of the toy, you check the workability of the toy, you check the color, material, and finish of the toy. Whether that before going into production, it is always better to do the prototype of a toy to understand whether we have designed it correctly, whether people are liking it. Then we invest in production. Then it goes for production. And then while it goes for production, parallelly we do the packaging design, which is very important factor of any toy, to do the packaging, to make
Yeah.
it a safe portable thing, or to convey people what the toy is about, to communicate about the toy. So that is communication design part. So that is also very important. And along with packaging, instruction manual is also designed, how
Yes.
to play with the toy. In terms of board games, the detailed play sheet is given, where how to play exactly, how to follow the rules. So that is also a very important part of it. Then in entirety, when the production is over, the toy is ready for the sale, and it goes in the retail stores or maybe online stores. So this is the entire process in short.
Very well said. Very well said. I think I find this very similar to any of the life cycle of a IT project or any of the project where we do.
Okay,
And, do we have
interesting.
government approvals for the toys, for every toys?
Yeah, in India we have BIS certification,
Mhm.
and when we want to export toys from India, then if we are doing it for Europe, then we have to have EN71. For US, we have ASTM. So all the certifications we have to follow. And actually, in the past 16 years of practice, I actually now I know how what the certification is. While designing the toy, only we keep in mind all those parameters.
Mhm.
What toy will pass the test, and what is safe for kids in terms of materials, in terms of the form of the toy, the ergonomics of the toy, the fitments of the toy. So that all has been taken into consideration while designing itself. And then after manufacturing, the first lot goes for BIS certification, and
Mhm.
after it passed the test, it can go in the market.
Excellent. I think you have defined it very well.